Is the total amount of share capital of your Singapore company relevant? This is the topic of discussion for this video. More specifically, does it benefit if a Singapore company has high share capital? Are there any scenarios or circumstances in which you may need to have a higher share capital? And is there any specific share capital amount compulsory? So let's have a look on these questions. So the first thing to understand is that the capital is the initial fund that is earmarked or deposited into the bank account of the company to start the business. So when a promoter starts a company, he may start it with, let's say, $10,000 share capital, and that amount will be deposited in the bank account, and that will be used for the business expenses of the company. When you are signing the memorandum and articles of association of the company, you are actually committing to provide that capital to the company. This amount need not be deposited immediately, but this is the commitment you have taken. So over a period of time, you will be expected to provide these funds to the company. Now what happens is, in majority of the cases, especially for small businesses and especially those promoted by foreigners, the amount of capital is arbitrarily decided, and people often put amount like $1 or $1,000. In majority of the cases, putting this arbitrary amount is usually not a problem. However, there can be circumstances where you may need to put a higher share capital. So let's have a look on the first scenario. In case after incorporating your company, if you are planning to apply for employment pass, and let's say that your share capital on the company records is 1 Singapore dollar, and then if you file the application for employment pass and it goes to the Ministry of Manpower, then obviously they are going to question that how $1 company in Singapore will be able to afford one employment pass holder. So in general, the recommendation that most of the people will make to you is to have at least $30,000 to $40,000 capital in case you are applying for EP. And if you are applying for multiple employment passes, like if you want to bring in more employees on employment passes, then we generally recommend to have at least 100K by way of share capital. If you are applying for business licenses, then the amount of share capital may be directed by the licensing conditions. For example, if you intend to open a travel agency in Singapore, then in that circumstances, the minimum capital required on the company records will be 100,000 Singapore dollars. Similarly, if you are opening a telecom SBO license company with option to sell prepaid cards, then again $100,000 by way of share capital will be required in your company. If you are planning to open a financial advisory company, and if you plan to apply for financial advisor's license, then the amount of capital required ranges between 250,000 Singapore dollars to 500,000 Singapore dollars depending upon the operation that you will be carrying out. So in some cases, business licensing requirements will determine the amount of share capital. And lastly, if the share capital is high, then sometimes operating becomes slightly easier. So what happens is, when the capital is high, other parties, other business partners are likely to regard you in a high esteem because they know that there is a higher commitment by the promoters of the company, and therefore certain aspects of the business might become easy. For example, if you are taking a rented space, then deposit required for rented space is normally 3 months of rent in case your share capital is more than $100,000, and 6 months of rent if the share capital is less than $100,000. Similarly, in some premium buildings in the CBD of Singapore, some landlords may not rent the space to you at all if your share capital is below certain minimum. So some of these aspects you will have to consider, and in general, higher capital is good for the business. However, keep it in mind that putting a higher capital is your commitment. So don't put higher capital just for the sake of this convenience. At some point of time, you will be required to deposit that money in the bank account of the company. So in summary, in some cases, licensing requirements will force you to have a specific capital. In other cases, set this amount realistically, but in general, higher capital shows higher commitment by the promoters, and therefore generally benefits the business.
Thank you for watching this video. This video was brought to you by Epica Consulting Singapore. Subscribe to our channel today to get notified when new videos are posted.